got a confession, boys.
You got a big old jar of peanut butter, did you?
Okay, so now, listen, okay? It's not a jar. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. You know my love of peanut butter. My wife yesterday, she goes, hey, I did a Walmart order. I'm like, great. She pulls out a giant jar. She goes, this is for us. Then she pulls out one of those squeezy tubes. So I said, oh, okay, that's cool. I put it down, there. And I was working hard today. I was doing my stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm kind of hungry. I'll go over and, I got peanut butter. I put once on, I squeezed it onto a spoon. And then I threw the spoon down and I'm all, I had to hide it from myself. I feel shame like you could not believe.
It's irresistible.
It is. And it's just, it's Jif and it's in a squeezy tube. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Empty it.
Yes.
Get the IV version and you'll be all set.
Oh, it's a slow drip. Oh, God. That is just... Oh my God! I feel shame. I had to walk to work today. I had to double walk to work. I had to walk around work 8 times just to not feel horrible about myself.
And intermittent push-ups on your way.
Well, here's the good thing. I did work out this morning. I got up and I hit my weights and in between, and I'm really into juggling right now. So, because I love to juggle because it takes my mind off stuff. It's very weird. At like 2 in the morning, I'm like whoop 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 whoop. But it's and then I'm like I should get some peanut butter. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, I am totally autistic. So it was good though. It's delicious.
I bet, dude.
So just want to let everybody know the war is over. But
it's not.
But first of all, we want 17 wins in a row. We're 17-0. It's over. We won. There. I said it. Now, in saying that, we may have to bomb them again, but that's only because the war is over. And by over, I mean it may start up again. And we are blockading, but not blockading. We're sailing aimlessly, like Christopher Cross wants us to do, out in the ocean. And we are not blockading it, but we will stop anybody from coming in and or going out, which is an act of war. But we are not doing that. Thank you for your attention to this. He just declined their latest proposal.
What I find interesting is that apparently today is the 60-day deadline, the legal deadline.
Yes.
However, there's no mechanism in Congress to compel a president to comply.
No, zero.
What is going on?
Zero. And by the way, as much as I give Trump crap, do you think Trump is the first? Trump is nowhere near the first. You know why they put this in? Oh, that's right. Secret bombings in Cambodia. Hi, Nixon.
Uh-oh.
Then they go and put this in, right? And so they go and they go, all right, you can't do this ever again. This was like totally just a Richard move. So they go and they decide, all right, here we go. We put this in. Now, everybody's got to follow this. And then who followed it? I'm going to tell you guys right now. Nobody.
Nobody.
Okay, I break it down for you right here because I did it all today. I read way too much stuff about just insane stuff. First start with, we know about Nixon, right? And then we went to Reagan, 82 to 84, Lebanon. And you know what he said? We're only there as peacekeepers. We're not doing anything. 241 Marines were killed. Bush, Gulf War. He built up such a coalition that it forced everybody to vote on it. And they couldn't not vote yes. Bill Clinton in Kosovo, this was my favorite, 78 days. He went 18 days past. And when they said, hey, Bill, you can't do this, he goes, you guys already funded it. So that means it was a yes. 9/11 Bush. Hey, once we went after once they gave us the go-ahead to go on the war on terror, that was it. It was over. They could do anything they want in their mind. Then, of course, you've got Barack Obama in Libya, Donald Trump in Yemen, right? Somalia. Then you've got Joe Biden in Syria, Yemen, and the Red Sea. And now we're back to this. And guess what? No repercussions. Zilch. So, like you said, man, what's the use? Why do you even have this?
I mean, I point to here in Nashville. Apparently, nobody can do anything about NES's failures
No.
during the ice storm. And so now I'm looking at this in Congress that, it's the legal deadline. However, we have no means of compelling a president to comply.
And then on top of that, they lie the whole time. I saw Mike Johnson today goes, we're not actually at war with them. So, it's not a war.
Well, you have to remember this law is a relic from a age when Congress would actually do their jobs.
Yeah.
Now they sort of ignore it because that would require doing their jobs.
Mm-hmm. And they're not going to. And because they know what's the use, right? Trump's going to do what he wants to do, as every president does, and they all make stuff up. They all come up with something. Well, it's not really a war because there's no boots on the ground. It's not really a war because you guys funded it. We're peacekeepers. Yeah, but you're shooting at them. But we're peacekeeping. They just come up with some excuse. Yesterday, Pete Hegg says, well, it's our understanding that if it's a ceasefire, the clock stops. No. And by the way, a blockade is an act of war. But nobody's going to say anything about it. And my thing with Congress, doesn't matter whose side of the aisle you're on, whatever it is, just Congress in general, they have ceded their power for years and years. The more they can, realistically, it's not three co-equal branches. You've got the Supreme Court and the legislative branch, which are even. Underneath, you have, underneath you have the executive and the judicial, which are even. But then you've got the legislative branch, which is, they're not even. They've given up their power. Just like with Trump, he could do executive orders. Why? Because it saves us from having to get yelled at. So, alas, here we are. They're going to do nothing. They don't do anything. Ever. So, I'm just sitting there shaking my head going, okay, what's the repercussions? What are you going to do?
And neither of our senators are even bothering to try to bring it to the floor.
Well, one of them's trying to redistrict.
Well, yeah, she's busy with that while she's got a 25% approval rating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. And Mike Johnson, what are you doing, Mike? You're walking around going, we're not at war. We've never even been at war. This isn't a war.
You have to do more than drop bombs and kill people for it to be a war.
Yeah. You got to plant a flag. We need to outline. That's what we need. We need an actual outline of what war is in their mind.
Yeah, because, there's just no objective. Everything is so subjective in Washington, D.C., man.
I know.
There's an off-ramp for everything, it seems.
And they kind of protect their own. To them, both sides, the Constitution and laws, they're a suggestion. You can bend them. They're malleable. They're not actually. Now, we would have to follow them to a T. But for them, so frustrating. And there's no way to enforce, anything. And you should be going to Congress to get money for this specific thing. I know we're in debt. Nobody seems to care about that. God, that's amazing how much in debt we are. It's frightening.
Like I said, man, they were saying 20 years ago, it is the single biggest threat to our national security.
Yeah. And know this, guys, we're at the point now where it's speeding up. And with the way that it's speeding up, you're looking at, Social Security is not going to go away. You know what's going to happen? If you get $2,000 a month or whatever you get, which is around it, you may get $1,350.
Yeah.
Medicare, you may not get everything covered that you thought you were going to get covered. And even if they do, they're going to make it so they're not going to want to do anything because they're going to make the payment so low.
And eventually they're going to means test it, where if you make too much money or have too much money, it's always, you're too well off. We're going to take care of the poor people over here with your money.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So, if we're really going to fix this, the first thing, somebody, and we've talked about this, guys, somebody's going to have to sacrifice, in all honesty, go, I'm here for one term as president. We're going to fix this. You're all going to hate me. And then in 5 years, you go, I guess that guy was right. Which is, everybody's going to tighten their belt. We're going to smash all the loopholes and fix the tax system. And we're going to probably have to raise taxes. And we're going to have to cut spending. And you can't do one. You've got to do it all. And nobody's willing to do that because they know it's a political death sentence.
I'm going to see if my lender will let me forego my mortgage for a couple of
You
years.
should try that. See if that happens. I mean, it's it's crazy to think about. To think about how they spend. And it's simple when you go in and you ask for money, who are a whole bunch of people in there who you know are going to give you money, and they may yell at you a little bit, and eventually they can give it to you. And worst case scenarios, we'll just go down and print some more. And that is frustrating because the more that they do that, wages stay stagnant, your dollar, my dollar loses spending power. Life feels like it's becoming a little bit further away for comfortability for everybody else. And somebody's also going to have to be honest and say, look, retirement age, it's got to be 70. Remember when the French tried to move it to like 52 and a half? Whew, not today or not. So, I mean, they were ready to go to war, civil war. All they wanted to do, they're like, all right, here's the deal. We're going to be honest with you. We've run out of money.
There is no more money.
Yeah. In fact, there's not only no more money.
You better get back there and print some.
Nobody can go to the Louvre tomorrow because it's a garage sale. That's what we're going to have to do to try to give us money so we can pay stuff off. We've already maxed our credit cards. Everything is done. Do you think that anybody cared? No, they freaked out. And think about this. You can retire in a place like France at 50 or 52 with getting paid more money than you did when you were working. And instead of dying at 56, you lived at 84. So there's 30 years. Whew. And we're not having kids, which is the other big thing that they're having a problem with. Without kids, we have no workers. Without workers, we don't have people to pay into a system. Although that doesn't really matter with AI. I wonder how they're going to fix it. We should ask robots what they're going to do with it.
Dear robots, we are going to eat you. It
Danger,
does not
Will
matter.
Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson.
What if the robots say, you guys want our honest opinion? You're going to have to eliminate half the people. It is. You're going to have to get rid of them. You guys are going to have to draw straws for get rid of some of these people. Mm-hmm. Who do you think, if they had to do that for real, who do you think Washington's participating in that? No. Think the rich are participating in that? No.
Just watch Logan's Run. You'll get the idea.
Oh, such a good movie. What was that guy's name?
I can't remember.
I don't know, man.
The Sandman?
Yeah, the Michael, whatever his name was. Didn't he play a Three Musketeer? Something like that.
Probably.
It's great. So, and, it was such a great movie. that was when the 70s did sci-fi movies.
That's
baby.
right.
Love sci-fi movies. Love them. Cool movies. What's going on? What's on the agenda this week? By the way, both you guys, take your burgers home.
Yeah, my wife, man, she was mad. Oh, she said, I knew I should have reminded you.
Yep. I'm going to remind you guys. Got them burgers from Omaha
I
Steaks.
put mine in the fridge. That way it'll start to thaw, and by the time I get home, maybe I'll be able to cook one of them.
Yeah. So in 3 months, would you forget? Oh, I forgot again. I forgot again. Oh, my goodness me. Just craziness. A lot of stuff. And I just want to say, I want to thank the guy today who ran by me because you made me smile. He had a bright orange wig on, and he was dressed like a giant monarch butterfly. And at first I thought, oh, this must be some sort of event where somebody's having fun. No, just a crazy guy running. Thank you, sir. You made me smile. Love America, baby. All right, coming up. Good stuff. Got a little Finally Friday sounds coming up. What? Also, we'll talk a little bit about Iraq oil. Where's it going to go? What's going to happen with that? And, Epstein. Apparently, Epstein told a doctor the week before he felt great. Thought he was going to beat it. Liked reading. Didn't feel suicidal.
And then suddenly it all changed.
Yeah.
In the blink of an eye.
Yeah, in the blink of an eye. And by the way, what was it? A couple days before they thought he was actually going to get out of jail. So, yeah. So we'll talk a bit about that as well. Got your text message, a bunch of other good things. And of course, Bell does sports, baby. Yes!
Shooty hoops.
Shooty hoops. Ice stick thing. Yeah. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk. 99. Bulwark Capital. Why don't you talk to my friends over there at Bulwark? They're doing quite well. They're doing quite well this year, up over 16% really over the last month or so. Thank you very much to Oils. They'd like to talk about it. And opportunities for you with your investments, your retirement, and to get a different look on something where you're building something that is not just we put them in some mutual funds. We bought some of the Mag 7, which is the Magnificent 7, and we'll just see what happens. No, this is something built for you and somebody who wants to grow and grow at a decent clip and, look at the global marketplace. And that's what they do. It's absolutely free to talk to them as far as they're going to give you a second opinion, know your risk portfolio review. You should check it out. I highly recommend it. They're amazing. You can go to bulwarkcapitalmanagement.com or check out their YouTube and all the other stuff they do at knowyourriskpodcast.com, knowyourriskpodcast.com for Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Trek 2647.
Hey, it's Dan Mandis from Super Talk 99.7 WTN and Nashville's Morning News. I'm here with Chris from USS, United Structural Systems. He's checking out my basement, my foundation, my crawl space to see if there's anything wrong. Fingers crossed. All right, so there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is we found some cracks in my basement wall. The good news, I've got Chris here who's going to walk me through the next steps.
Yes, so unfortunately, your house has been subject to the pressure of the dirt. The hydrostatic pressure, heavy dirt pushes on foundation walls, and you've got a little bit of what we call bowing. So that wall is pushed in a little bit. We have a lifetime warranty solution for that. So we install, usually in a day or two, this can be done in most situations. We install carbon fiber straps, which keep the wall from moving inward at any point in the future. It's a lifetime warranty for anybody that ever owns this house. So it's a quick and routine thing that we do, but it yields some long-lasting benefits.
It's a great selling point if you want to sell your house.
Absolutely. Good thing about our warranties is they're not only transferable, like the contract says, they're automatically transferred when you sell your house. So you'll have to sign any paperwork or even send us an email saying that you sold your house. Warranty would transfer to the next owner.
All right, drivers through Jolton. Only one lane is open, 24 eastbound before Whites Creek Pike due to some road work there. And then they're still cleaning up a crash there. Gallatin Pike at Birchwood Avenue. A garbage truck hit a pole this morning, brought down some lines. Got law enforcement officials warning to stay out of a particular area about 78 miles west of Nashville. They got a big old manhunt going on there. We'll tell you about that at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
All right, baby, baby, baby. Every Friday, we rock, we roll, we country rock and roll, if you will. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the chaos that was just, again, 1 week. Thank you very much, sir.
And let Lionel Richie sing, for heaven's sake.
Let him sing. Lionel Richie.
Yeah, he was there, and the king was upset. The king said, I'm a bit angry. He's not going to be able to sing.
Yeah, because wouldn't you love to see the king get up and dance? He's all night long, all night. Come see. Oh, God, that would be so great. But no. Isn't it weird? Like Lionel Richie. He's like, hey, let's invite his favorite artist. It's Lionel Richie.
It's Lionel Richie.
And you're like, what? Lionel Richie? Yeah, he loves it. He wants to dance on the ceiling. Oh, what a feeling.
I mean, there was a time there where Lionel Richie could have put out a album of nursery rhymes.
Yes.
And it would have gone platinum.
He had a time from like the 82-ish to just, like before Michael really took off, where he might have been the biggest artist in the world.
Constantly.
And you have to remember, he had a ton of hits with the Commodores.
Yeah, he did. That's right. God, but they had one hit without him. You remember that?
Was that after he had left?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about, it was an homage to Marvin Gaye.
And Jackie Wilson.
Yep.
Night Shift. On the night
Yeah,
shift.
I remember
Oh,
that.
That's a
on the
great
night
song.
shift. Jackie, oh.
I heard you pulled a crowd.
You set the world on fire. Where is Lionel? Because this is it for us. Oh, poor.
Yeah, he put out that first solo album and it landed, and he was like, "Why am I sharing all this money with these people? Time for me to go."
Yeah. Well, his fro was bigger, so he should have always been in the lead. So, but man, he was huge. I can't believe they didn't let him sing.
He probably said, no, I don't want to. I just want to have fun. I'm just here for the hors d'oeuvres.
I'm here for dinner, not to work.
Right.
But still, it's the king. When are you gonna have a chance to sing for the king?
That's
In a
true.
small, like he's probably sung at one of the Princess Trust. They have these big things over there where they get involved, the royals for concerts. But it's a good chance. You're that close to the king. You want to bust it out. Do you think the king looked over and goes, "Oh, could you please tell me if I can dance on the ceiling? Or what a feeling it is to dance on the ceiling?
What is that feeling like?
What's it
Does
like being a
feel
Commodore?
like?
Do you remember everybody in the Commodore? There was like 43 of you.
But not all at once.
Not all at once. It's like being in that band, God, what was it? Earth, Wind, and Fire. How many guys are in that band?
Oh, man. They had
Like 11.
Yeah.
everything, man.
Yeah, guys, we made $500,000 a night. Everybody gets a nickel because there's too many of us. Too many of us.
Did you ever consider allowing Kenny Rogers in the Commodores?
Oh, that would be awesome. I love Kenny Rogers. Rest in peace, brother.
Yes, sir. He was another one, man. Kenny had hit after hit after hit.
He did. He crossed over, too.
He did.
He crossed over. And he took the music and then made it television shows
And restaurants.
and restaurants, right? Sold us chicken.
Yes, sir.
Didn't he do pineapples, too?
Probably.
Didn't he do something like that? Which is probably why he failed.
Kenny Rogers pineapples.
So it makes
You remember
my
the
face this
episode
way.
of Seinfeld that had Kenny Rogers roasters in it?
Oh,
Yes.
God, that was so
Oh,
awesome.
my gosh.
Oh, that was so good.
Bad chicken.
And apparently one of Kramer's Kramer had a doll or something that came alive in the light.
Oh, God, that
Mr. Marbles.
was Mr. Marbles. That's right.
He goes over to Jerry's house, pours some cereal, and pours tomato sauce in it because his retinas were burned from the red light at the restaurant.
God, that's right. Yeah, he had a big partnership with Dole. I remember that.
Oh, dude. The Dow is at 49,662.
Well, Pam Body's getting her job back.
Getting her job back. Anytime it gets near that 50,000, you notice there's Epstein talk? Starts approaching it. They're like, we found a suicide note that he told us he was going to write, even though he said he wasn't going to write it.
If the Dow hits 50,000 while we're on the air, I'm leaving, going home.
We're all doing it because that means everybody, that's it. It's over.
Bill, you're not supposed to leave your post without prior authorization.
The Dow is almost at 50,000.
What does it matter? Should be focusing on that. All right, guys, coming up. Redistricting. I got a little Marsha for us because that's always fun. We'll also talk about yesterday, Chris and I were talking about the baseball thing. I don't know if you guys remember hearing that, about that guy that stole the ball from the girl.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
He gave it back.
people don't realize what happened afterwards. And of course, the internet got a hold of him. So there's that. Wait till you hear his apology. There are people, honest to goodness, who, when they give their statement in court for doing something horrific, do not feel as bad as this guy does. It's going to make you hurt. We'll talk about that as well. Chad Benso, Super Talk 99.7.
Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now, about 78 miles west of Nashville. Law enforcement officials warning the public as a manhunt is underway in Stewart County for a man accused of killing his wife and then shooting his wife and then running off into the woods. 80 miles east of Nashville, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office says Cane Creek Elementary is on soft lockdown, where a report of a suspicious man on campus is under investigation. Operation Epic Fury. Before leaving the White House for a trip to Florida, President Trump told reporters he's not satisfied with the latest peace proposal from Iran.
So they want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it.
He says Iran's leaders are disjointed and can't get along with each other. And here in Middle Tennessee, Channel 4 Investigates says it obtained records that show Metro School Superintendent Dr. Adrian Battle spent nearly $20,000 on travel, hotels, and meals over the past 2 years. The total includes stays at luxury hotels and expensive group dinners, raising concern among parents and taxpayer money watchdogs. MNPS, the district, says the travel helps the superintendent represent the district nationally and bring back strategies that benefit students and staff. And Meta reportedly threatening to shut down its platforms in New Mexico after a jury in Santa Fe found it liable for misleading users about the safety of the platform for children.
That is not going to actually satisfy or solve their long-term problem.
That's Paul Torres, New Mexico's Attorney General.
There are 42 or 43 other AGs across America who have similar claims.
Trial starts Monday in New Mexico to determine whether Facebook and Instagram are a public nuisance. And that's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
United Structural Systems are ready to come out, make sure that everything is good to go, especially as we head into that rainy season, right? You want to make sure that any of those cracks that could tell a story that would be a nightmare in the future never gets to that point. They want to come out, all right, give you an initial inspection, make sure everything's okay. They're not going to try to sell you anything you don't need. And we're talking about serious stuff. Maybe get some uneven floors, driveways sinking, separating. They understand the soil. They understand the houses. They understand what goes on here in Middle Tennessee, and they're ready to help you. Since 1994, they have delivered over and over again for their customers. So whether your home needs foundation stabilization, crawl space repair, or concrete leveling for sinking sidewalks, patios, or driveways, USS will get it done for you. They use engineered systems designed for long-term performance, not temporary patches. Call USS today. Have them come out. 615-488-7855. 615-488-7855. Check them out online at USSTN.com. Beacon Capital Management wants to talk to you about what's going on when it comes to your retirement, right? Dollars and cents. You want to make sure you've got that income that's going to last you. As we're just talking about retirement. You don't want to unretire because you have to. And with today's world, you never know what's going to happen, and you can't depend on the Social Security even though you've paid into it. So make sure you got yourself covered. And that includes health care, which they can help you with. Long-term care, so important on that one. I'll tell you that right now. As well as taxes and everything else like estate planning. They can help you. Call Beacon today. They're amazing. They're local. Whether you need one of these or all of these, what's it hurt to sit down and have a talk with them? 615-488-9303. That's 615-488-9303. They're amazing. I can't recommend people more highly enough to get you what you need, especially in your retirement, than Beacon. 615-488-9303 or online at beaconcm.com. For Beacon Capital Management, this is a paid placement. I like people are, I didn't hear you bitching about Biden's $5 gas. I wasn't here. And you would have. I bitched the hell out of it. I was screaming and yelling, dude, you need to suck it up. I know it's horrible what they did to Khashoggi. I know it is. But you need to go over to MBS and you need to say, dude, you better turn on the spigots now because this isn't going to happen.
And I remember that speech he gave. I think he was in Japan, where he was like asked about the gas prices, and he goes, "We're in the middle of a really painful transition to cleaner fuels."
Yeah.
No, we're not, you idiot.
Yeah, they jacked the pooch in all of that. Look, there was first of all, was it all his fault? No. What happened. It was like everything. It's reaction. How do you react to that situation? You know what he did? Pooped his pants and got an ice cream. That doesn't fix our oil problem.
Not necessarily in that order either.
No, I can't believe you said that. That was so insane. It was absolutely insane what he did. But I griped about it. I whined about it. We had stickers we were giving out. Said,
I did that.
I did that. So, yeah. Yeah. And by the way, gas prices will come down just like they did with Biden. By the time Biden left office, gas prices were down. That will happen. And this will happen too, unless we go much longer. And by the way, even if we stop today, it's still going to take months for this thing to fix itself and right the ship, if you will. But, yeah, I griped. I bitched. I moaned. I did. Absolutely. 100%. Because
Well, I didn't hear it, so that doesn't mean it's real.
Yeah. And I'm sure, by the way, there are people still at the station that still gripe about the $5 gas. Bring it up. Well, it was $5. What did it get to here? What was the highest?
It's $4.98 on average here right now.
Oh.
$4.98.
I mean, I'm sorry, $3.98.
Okay.
$3.98 here.
Well, I
in
remember at a
Tennessee.
certain point paying just over, like, I think it was like $4.20.
Ooh.
I was paying at one point. But that lasted, that was the high mark, though. That lasted for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
But even going back to Obama, I remember paying $5 a gallon.
Yeah, that in Idaho, it got pretty steep.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, because you were out there for that. We got it. Well, I was in.
Way out west.
Yeah. And for everybody here going, oh, you don't care. Let me tell you something. I lived in California. I've paid $7 for gas. Well, my neighbor has. I didn't. It was free for
siphoned.
me. But my neighbor did, and he didn't look happy.
Especially since the tank kept draining. Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Finally Friday, that's obviously George Jones doing the singing. That's really an anthem supporting day drinking, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
That's
Just making sure.
So, you know, it's all, yeah, everything's about day drinking for Bell.
Well, and for the possum, too.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. When didn't he stop? There's no such thing as, it's just drinking, right? Days and nights, they run together.
When a man runs out of liquor and hops on his riding mower to go get more, you know that he's all about the day drinking.
So, and look, and when it comes to gas prices, everybody's going to, if you hate Trump, you're going to make this out to be way worse than Biden ever was. If you're on Trump's side, this is nothing. You know what? Those people, No, you guys are out of the way. What do the independents think? That's the only thing that matters. Because independents get you across the finish line. And guess what? They have a bit of a negative view right now of everything. They do. And it's a tough thing. But yeah, I've been high prices. But I think it's the way that high prices came. That is also the issue. Because you went in and started a war that you didn't need to start. That's the frustration level I think a lot of people have. And that right there is I think what a lot of people are, especially independents. Again, if you love Trump, you're always going to love Trump. He's the greatest. He can do anything to you. He can do anything to the country. You're going to love him because that's the way. If you hate Trump, no matter if he solved cancer, you're like, oh God, I hate him. Now I want to go get cancer. Just that's the way those people are. But the average person who helped him get across the line, maybe they leaned a little right, little left, or in a lot of ways, young, new to politics, liked what he had to say, believed what he had to say, then felt like they were bamboozled. Now they're not even into politics, but if they had to vote today, they wouldn't vote for him, which means they're not going to vote for the Republican Party. And that's what you want, right? Come the midterms, unless, of course, you do everything you can. Like Marcia. Oh, Marcia, what do you have to say about redistricting, Marcia?
The legislature should come back in immediately and go into special session and redraw these lines. If you want to talk about how to cement a Republican majority, how to make certain that you have conservative leadership in this country, this is the way to do it. And indeed, there is a workable, defensible map that would give Tennessee all 9 congressional seats. So my hope is the legislature will take this up immediately.
And the entire time I hear her talk, you know what I never hear about? The people. I never hear her talk about the people. Just like when I hear all of these politicians go, I never hear her say, the reason we're doing this is because we need to do this because it's better for the voter. It's better. No, what it is this is better for us and this is better for our team.
You know what would make everybody go along with her plan?
What?
A little bit of weed.
Day drinking. By the way, a lot of people want to go day drinking with Belle. A lot of people are like, Belle, do you day drink? Because it feels like you look like the kind of person with day drink.
only on Saturdays and Sundays.
Only if it ends in a Y. Day drinking. Oh, my Lord.
I'd like to see this redrawn map of hers because I don't see how you redraw that district without impacting the black vote. I just can't see how it's done because what is Shelby County? I think it's like 60% minority.
Well, but not only that, when some of the maps, and I want to see what the maps actually look like because you can't just redraw one. You're going to have to fit the puzzle piece together. And the problem is you may make a seat 9-0 this time, right? But what happens is you're going to put now 3 seats potentially up for grabs. And in an election, if things go a little bit more sideways, that's not a slam dunk. And you got to expect 1 or 2 of these states that are redistricting are going to get a surprise. I don't know what state that is, right? It could be, could be Texas, could be California, could be Virginia. But 1 or 2 of these are going to get some sort of surprise when it comes to these redistricting.
And don't forget, if she was able to get into office and then redistrict so that all 9 House members for Tennessee got into office and were Republican, they still wouldn't do anything because they won't do their jobs.
Somebody just said, hooray, 9 Republican seats for Tennessee, all of which will do absolutely nothing, says Sally. That's right. I'd love to send a whole bunch of people there to do nothing.
If they would truly do nothing and stop screwing everything up, that would be even better.
Yeah, that'd be great. It'd be great if they just didn't show up. Well, we didn't show up. Well, you know what? If I'm not here, I can't break something. So that's a tie. I'm okay with
But then you
tie.
get somebody like Dianne Feinstein who never leaves and is there all the time.
She's still there.
She's still there. She's passed away. She's still voting.
They petrified her. She's still there.
She died, but because she's a Democrat, she can still vote.
They want you to say the blessing. Oh my God! Is she just did when they were talking to her. She's in her wheelchair. And
She was getting mad, boy.
And they're like, oh, God, it's been a long time since you've been. I've been here the whole time. Well, I think you need to retire. Don't worry.
I got locked in the restroom. I couldn't leave.
She retired. You know who retired her? Father Time. Called a timeout in her life. God, that was so insane. And then she starts giving a speech. And they're like, and she was so pissed and angry. And these people behind her, all these people, they love these old people. You don't think Mitch McConnell's got some dude back there just going, oh, I'm going to go vote for Mitch, writing up all his stuff, handling it all? Oh, Chad.
You better look out. I'm only a 3-hour drive away.
Oh, hemp is bad. Nobody wants hemp. You need some hemp, bro.
That man has to have some kind of criminal activity in his background somewhere.
You would think.
So I just put it in my Copilot, and it comes up and says, as of the 119th Congress, 2025-2026, there are 24 members of the U.S. Congress who are age 80 or older.
Yeah. Well, who's that lady? Oh, God, the one with the purple hair.
Oh, yeah.
DeRossi or DeLossi. My buddy Jim's probably listening. Jim, let me know on the text line what it is. But we were talking about her the other day. She's 83 and she's running again, like unopposed. 80. We're talking about, you know what? Maybe we got to figure out something so we don't lose Social Security or what. Maybe you guys are working because you know Social Security is going to go away.
Rosa DeLauro.
DeLauro.
So the oldest serving member right now is Republican Chuck Grassley at 92. The youngest is Democrat David Scott of Georgia at age 80.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, the youngest of the octogenarians in Congress.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was going to say, I was like that. I know that guy from the socialist in Central Florida. He's in his 30s. I thought you meant the youngest.
No, the youngest of the old.
Yeah.
The youngest of the
youngest of the old.
He's 80. Wow. And you know what? The only one who seems to have it all together all the time, Chuck's not too bad, but he's slow. Bernie's fine. He's just a cantankerous. I have a feeling Bernie came out in his diaper. He was that cantankerous.
And he had the same hair.
Yeah. He's all, wah. Are you going to go change that diaper? How about you change somebody else's diaper? Why don't you do that? Something good for everybody. Change somebody else's diaper. Wah.
And he was wearing glasses.
Oh, totally. With little mittens. All right, guys, coming up, Bell. He does it better than anything else. Bell does sports, and he's going to do it again. Shooty hoops on the way. Maybe. We'll find out what he pulls out of his in a second. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. All right, guys, Omaha Steaks, their burger perfections going on now. So I got two of them. One of them is $79.99, right? You get a lot of great things. Burgers are amazing, right? We're talking about the best of burgers, but the burger perfection is full of all these great things with 8 Wagyu burgers. Rich, buttery Wagyu. Yeah, incredible. Mouth-watering. So you get 28 burgers out of this, all for under $100, and you're going to save an extra, you say, $35 at checkout when you use code Benson. And here's the great thing. When you barbecue them, you know how they can barbecue and they get stuck and then they're, and then you try to turn them over and they crumble? You're going to get none of that. 100% unconditional money-back guarantee. We're talking about filet mignon, New York strip, ribeye, brisket, sirloin, all their burgers like you cannot believe, just in time for the grilling season. So if you want to, you're going to get a 100% unconditional money-back guarantee from them, and you're going to get a 100% yummy in your tummy guarantee from me at Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use my code Benson. Save $35 at checkout when you use code Benson. omahasteaks.com. Code Benson. See site for detailed terms. May apply.
Got a manhunt underway west of Nashville for a man accused of shooting his wife this morning. An elementary school east of Nashville on soft lockdown for a suspicious person on campus. And we'll tell you what President Trump said about a deal with Iran before he left the White House for Florida today. That's coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, yeah, baby. Heading to Florida. He's probably heading down because Doral this weekend. They're hosting the Cadillac PGA Tour event. So I wouldn't be surprised if he swings on by Trump National. Says, hey, that's golf if you want to know what that is there, Bell. Speaking of Bell.
Now it's time for Sports with Bell. When you need to know sports information, you turn to the guy who calls basketball shooty hoops.
Let's talk some sports with Bell. Yeah, baby, sports.
Speaking of shooty hoops, when do they play their last games?
June?
Something like that, yeah.
So they're in the
They're playoffs right now.
Okay. And is the guy that wrote the Bible, is he in the playoffs?
Which guy?
The King James Version.
No, but which there's a lot of people who wrote the Bible. Why? Do you want to know? Are you playing? Did
I'm
somebody,
trying to find out about the guy that wrote the Bible, if he's in the playoffs.
He's in our heart.
King James Version.
He was like LeBron. Yes, LeBron is. I see where you're going with this. It's coded, guys. We don't understand it either because we don't think he's that sharp. But the fact is, that was pretty good. Is LeBron? Yes, the Lakers are in the playoffs.
That's way to go, Brother Bilal.
So are they expected to get into the finals?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But that was good. I like that.
I got to see where they're at right now.
By the way, speaking of the Lakers, Jeannie Buss gave the max amount she could give to Spencer Pratt, who is running for mayor of Los Angeles. He's a conservative. He's a Republican. He was on the Hills. He's married to Heidi Montag. Arr. Next hour, we'll play his first commercial that came out. It is it's one of the best commercials you ever see because he's going to try, even though you're supposed to, again, these are all, non-declared partied seats on the city council. He's got a good chance of winning, and it's not just him. A whole bunch of lefties are giving money to him and endorsing him because they're done with California smelling like urine.
How much, what's the maximum they can donate?
I think it might be $2,500.
Oh, that's not a lot.
No, but still, for her to come out and to declare it, and I'm sure she'll hold also one of those dinners. Got to hold me one of those dinners.
Is that considered a donation?
Yeah, but usually, for your campaign. But it's not an individual. They're holding it. Everybody's giving to at once rather than her or somebody. We got to have one of those dinners, guys.
Sure.
Nice. For our tuna boat. You know what we'll call it? The giant tuna melt. I'm ready to get together. Talk about that. Coming up, hour number 2. A lot of stuff to get to in the second hour. We'll talk about that baseball guy, too. Oh, man, Lord. Whew. Plus, crazy movie stories out there. Because, today is May 1st, so it's May Day. So we should all be out protesting. And it's beautiful. So if you're going to do it, today might be the day. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now, about 78 miles west of Nashville, a manhunt's underway in Stewart County for a man accused of shooting his wife. 80 miles east of Nashville, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office says Crane Creek Elementary was put on soft lockdown after a report of a suspicious man on campus. Operation Epic Fury before leaving the White House for a trip to Florida. President Trump told reporters today he's not satisfied with the latest peace proposal from Iran.
The president says the latest proposal from Tehran has them asking for things he can't accept.
They want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it.
He says Iran's leaders are disjointed.
They're having a tremendous problem getting along with each other.
Amid the ongoing ceasefire, President Trump acknowledged he has been briefed on options for resuming the fight.
I mean, do we want to go and just blast the hell out of them and finish him forever, or do we want to try and make a deal? I mean, those are the options.
Trump says on a human basis he'd prefer the latter. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Well, back here in Middle Tennessee, Channel 4 Investigate says district credit card records show that Metro Schools Superintendent Dr. Adrian Battle spent nearly $20,000 on travel, hotels, and meals over the past 2 years. Channel 4's Jeremy Finley says the total includes stays at luxury hotels and expensive group dinners, raising concerns among parents and taxpayer watchdogs.
Boston, Sevierville, Dallas, Washington, Atlanta, and Tampa, all for conferences, spending more than $12,700 in hotel rooms. Receipts show she spent sometimes $500 a night. She stayed 2 nights at this luxury collection hotel for $858. Her staff booked her at the Waldorf, one of the country's most luxurious hotels. But Metro School says another hotel was found at a lower rate, so it was switched. But because of the Waldorf's peak season cancellation policy, Metro Schools was still billed $602.
So Metro Nashville Public Schools is defending this, saying it helps the district nationally and brings back strategies that benefit students and staff. A popular music streaming service says it's trying to crack down on music generated by AI. Here's Mike Dubusky.
Spotify now says it's going to hand out special verification check marks to artists on the platform, intended to distinguish human-made music from AI-generated content. The company says it's taking into account signifiers of human behavior, like whether the band in question has tour dates or a social media presence. Spotify says it'll be a slow rollout, meaning if you don't see a green check mark next to an artist right now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's AI. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Before we get rocking and rolling, Ken, there is a disturbing text that came in.
Okay.
This is from yesterday, right after the Murphy show started. And I'm assuming it's a woman. It's from 1487. And it says, I'm a little late, but I too yell Ken Weaver when having relations with my husband.
Goodness.
What do you know about that?
Apparently, people are yelling my name whenever they're having relations.
That's a good thing.
And how did that start?
Well, because...
What was the process that you created this?
Well, at the end of my traffic reports, I say, I'm Ken Weaver.
Yeah. Is that when they reach the summit, if you will?
Yes, sir.
That
apparently
instead
is.
of O-face, it's Ken. Ken Weaver. You got Weavered.
Wow. You're really insinuating yourselves into their personal lives, aren't you?
I like that, Ken.
Somehow.
It's good. That's good. I like that. You know what, though? That's what...
It could be a safety term, too.
Yeah, it could be. You know what? Take us home with you.
Well done, Kenneth.
Well done, sir. Well done indeed. Oh, tomorrow is the Kentucky Derby. So
and the horses run around the hat.
That's what they do. You ever seen him? You know, like I know there's a tall jockey. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. This guy said there's a tall jockey tomorrow.
I thought it was a regulation that they couldn't be over a certain height.
No. You can be 8 feet tall. But finally, the jockey, his name is Edwin Maldonado. How tall do you think he is?
6 foot.
5'8".
5'7". I mean, the other Oompa Loompas are way shorter.
Like 5'3" and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But
I'm not much taller than that. I could be a jockey.
Get ready for this. In a sport where riders need to weigh in at around 110 to 115 pounds.
Oh, well, that excludes me.
That's good. Unless we're racing, I don't know, rhinos, I'm out. That would be awesome, though, right? Wouldn't that be cool if you had a rhino? You're like, check this out. This could be totally awesome. I have a rhino. What do you think of this?
Got a pet
Two
rhino.
horns, no waiting.
That's right. What happened? He killed everybody in the starting gate, and then we walked to a victory. So this is good times.
He smashed everyone.
Yeah, but this guy is tall. I mean, and for them, he must look like he can dunk on them. They're like, whoa, how did you get so big? You don't realize...
I eat my vegetables.
They're on the horse, right? And you don't realize because they're up top and everybody's shaking their hands. Then they get him down, and then they interview him. They're like, "That was a great ride." He's like, "Thank you very much. It was pretty awesome. I was going as fast as I could." And you start laughing. You're like... So it is the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Is it the greatest day in sports? This guy from ESPN, old Marty over there, right? Marty Smith, who does NASCAR and everything else and college football, thinks it is truly the greatest day.
I maintain that the Kentucky Derby is the greatest day in sports every year because, again, there are so many people that come out. All of them look absolutely the most beautiful version of themselves, and everybody has this beautiful freedom. There's so much joy in the air, and when you have that potential for a horse and a trainer and an owner to run directly into history by winning this race, the energy is beautiful too.
Yeah, and then one of them snaps their leg and they have to bring that giant tent out there so they can destroy him and then drag it away. That's always fun too. Chad, that's horrible. Well, I mean, that's what happens, right?
I know that occurs on a rare occasion, but I've never seen
the
them.
Breeders' Cup, like 8-10 years ago, it happened. There was a couple big spills, and then a couple came up, and they had to bring tents out in like trucks. That's a tough thing to watch.
Wow, man.
Well, that's the purpose of the tents, though, is to kind of block people from seeing it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough thing to watch right there. Who's going to win besides me and the tall guy?
This is an interesting field because I've spoken with several trainers over the last couple of days, and it really does feel wide open this year. There's not that one horse that you point to that feels like the runaway favorite to win the 152nd Kentucky Derby.
So who's going to win? Well, Renegade seems to be the one. All right. Renegade seems to be the one that everybody's talking about. I'm going to go with, got to go with the long shot, right?
What about Snoopy and Prickly Pete?
I want to be able to name one of these things. What would you name your horse? All right, everybody, tell us what you would name your Kentucky Derby horse.
Every mother's nightmare.
Oh, that's a
I like-
good one,
that's a
Brother
great
Bilal.
one.
Yes.
That was actually a band back in the 80s that was from Nashville. And they were signed to Arista Records. And the guitarist used to tell me how much he hated the name because it sounded like a racehorse.
Oh, I love that. That is a great name. Every mother's nightmare. All right, Ken, what would you name yours?
Bologna sandwich.
Oh, that is good. That is so good. I love that. I would go with Hot Dog Monkey. I want the, here comes Hot Dog Monkey. That would be so awesome.
Hey, how long is the race?
Till they finish.
No, but is it?
I think it's only, is it a mile and a half? Yeah.
Okay, so it is based on distance and not time?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's based on distance. So there's 22 in the field. That's a pretty big one. Or 21. There's 2 scratches right now. Maybe 3. So right around 20 horses. Because by tomorrow it might be 18. Renegade is 5-1, but it's on the inside. You drew the inside. I'm looking at the Puma and So Happy. 6-1, 8-1, but they're in the middle. And if we're going to go long shot, baby, Pavlovian is 52-1. Ocelli and Robusta are 50-1. I don't see anybody else that's that further out. So Chief Wallaby, I like that. That's a pretty cool one. So we got bologna sandwich, Every Mother's Nightmare, and, of course, Hot Dog Monkey.
Hot Dog Monkey.
We should change Ken's choice to Ken Weaver's Relations.
Lots of people are throwing in on Ken Weaver's Relations. I like that. I absolutely think that's hilarious. I love that. Ken Weaver's Relations.
Relations.
Yes. You're forcing yourself into other people's love. PB&J, that's a great name.
PB&J, yes, sir.
Front butt. Front butt. Butt porpoise.
Butt.
Now, that is different than butt dolphin, right?
That's right. Let's see here. I want to go fast. All one word. I like that. There's probably somebody out there. It's probably a YouTuber that's called that. Let's see here. My horse would be named I'm Ken Weaver. I love that. Let's see. I would name it. Yeah, lots of Ken Weaver. Revamping the Stoke.
Yes.
Yes. King of the Glue Factory. Chocolate covered starfish. Oh, I like that. Wasn't there an album called that?
It was a Limp Bizkit record,
Yeah.
chocolate covered starfish and the hot dog flavored water.
See, hot dogs everywhere. Meat and 3.
Meat and 3.
Prickly pear. Let's see. There is In Your Dog Bowl. Sarcastic must.
That's where the horse goes, in your dog bowl?
Yeah.
Probably.
That was what
actually, it does, I think.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. That was a Jimmy Kimmel joke from years ago when he was on K-Rock. He was at one of these things, for K-Rock in LA, big station. And they said, who's going to win? And it was the one that should have won all of them. They was the favorite to win everything because it never lost before, and it lost the first 2 races. And they said, they're going to rename next week Your Dog Bowl. Just because that's where some of them go, is what we're saying. Hoof-hearted turd burglar. I like that. Dragon ass. Elmer's glue.
Is that DRAGGIN or DRAGON?
Just like a regular dragon. Like.
Okay, gotcha.
D's nuts. Flood the muffin top. Snuffleupagus. I like Snuffleupagus. That's a great one. Oh, my good. That is, Elmer's Revenge. That's a good one. There's a lot of good ones out there. I'm telling you. Mexican sirloin, bass whacker. Ooh, that's a good one. See? So it is the happiest, most exciting day in sports. That looks like fun. I like Bell's. That one's a good one. Yours? That's a good one right there.
And there seems to be a plethora of horses that have 3 words in their names.
Yeah. Although somebody said Nick frickin' Cage.
Yeah. Nick frickin' Cage.
And the guy's got to say it like, and down the stretch they come. Here comes Nick frickin' Cage. Oh, Miracle Whip. Oh, I like that. Smell you later. There's a good one, boys. Please don't shoot me. That's my horses. Oh, the Dow's at 50,000. Oh, that is so good. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to go with, although you want to get one that's going to pay out. Like, who's the surprise? And I'm looking over here, and I'm like, Wonder Dean is at 20-1. Incredibolt is at 27-1.
Well, these are all horses that have winning records to some degree, right?
Dude, it's very bizarre because some of these horses, like, this is the second race they've ever been in. You're like, what? You know, because we think that they have to. There's a way they do it. I don't even know how. Some of you guys might know because I'm not much of a horse racer.
So they don't have like a Kentucky Derby playoffs.
No. Let's find out. How do you qualify for the Kentucky Derby? Pay the entrance fee. All right, we're racing. You have to be a 3-year-old thoroughbred, must earn the spot in the 20-horse starting gate by accumulating points on the road to the Kentucky Derby races. So you don't have to race in a bunch. You just have to race in these. So top 20 is usually 18 to 20 point getters. So I'll see, like some of these things, you win one of these races or finish in the top 3, you could probably qualify. There you go. So it's, yeah, man, it's going to be awesome because I'm going to be golfing. I'm golfing tomorrow. So if you guys want to come golf with me, next hour, Lady Vera's coming on. She can talk about this thing that we're doing. I'm golfing. So Matt was supposed to come. So it was going to be Matt and I. But just like last year, Matt bailed on me. So if you guys still want to get in, I think there's all kinds of stuff. There's a bloody, here for you, I might just take Bell so we can drive around. Do you like Bloody Mary's, Bell?
Yes.
No, they're free. They're free for you.
Well, you get your veggies in with a Bloody Mary.
Well, that's right. Could add a V8, but instead I had a whole bunch of drink.
Can you get a DUI for operating a golf cart off the road?
Dude.
Okay.
If that happened, nobody on the course but me would be out there. I mean, if you crash a golf cart and you're sober, you are making an effort at that point in time. I mean, you really are. So tomorrow, like I said, we're going to be out at this thing, and, I'm pretty pumped about it because it's called Cure for Our Friends. It's at the Country Hills Golf Club, 7:30 a.m. to 1, right? Still opportunities for you to get in as an individual, and we're going to have Vera on next hour to talk about it. And then, I'm going to come out. I haven't golfed in, God, I can't remember the last time I golfed. It might be like
in the fall.
Oh, yeah. So the last time I golfed, I went out with Keith, our good friend.
The raisin guy.
Yes, he does the raisins. There's no doubt about that. Love you, Keith. What's up, brother? And congratulations on your engagement to Catherine. She's a wonderful lady. So Keith and I, we went out and golfed, and that was it. But that was last year. Last fall, like September-ish. So it's been a while. So I need to golf anyways because they're getting ready because we're going to probably golf again at the our sports station, getting ready to do their big golf thing where they tried to electrocute me.
That's right.
So we're going to be doing that. So, But if you guys want, we'll give
Don't
you
you
the
broadcast from that?
Well, remember last year when I broadcast from there?
Yeah.
And it was, they're like, hey, Chad, all this electricity stuff, we're going to put it on the second floor. We're going to put you next to the lake. And don't worry, it's going to be storming. And there's going to be so much lightning. Have fun.
No lightning rod, by the way.
No. I was sitting there 30 yards from water, watching the place just lightning's flying everywhere. And I'm up on this thing by myself as rain is teeming down. And I thought, this is what they think of me. So, but yeah, if you guys want to, We're going to have a next hour. We'll talk about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think last year, they held it in the summer. And Jack got here the day before, and he and I went and golfed. This year, they're doing it in Megan, so there's going to be, I think, some Titans out there. I golfed with what's the Titans? What's their mascot's name? He was on my team.
Vrabel?
No.
I don't know what they're.
Yeah, but he was on my. He's hilarious too. He is absolutely hilarious. He had drones, so if you couldn't see where your ball was, or if there were still people up on the green, he would drone over there. Oh lordy, coming up. Good stuff on the way. Talks about the Kentucky Derby. Still get your names in for the awesome Kentucky Derby. What would be your horse's name? And no, I'm not going to say that on the air, although hilarious. 7570. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Relief Factor is going to help you. Aches and pains in your joints. Too many of us have them. And sometimes it's just life, getting a little bit older, right? You exert yourself too much and it sucks. For me, all the years I played sports, I got news for you. Inflammation doesn't help either, and all of us have it. Why? Because a lot of times our diet, but just because we get older, this helps combat inflammation and that nastiness and those aches and pains. That's why you need yourself some Relief Factor. It is non-addictive. You can take it every single day. It's naturally formulated. It's got amazing things in it like resveratrol, omega-3 fatty acids. It is going to help you feel 1,000 times better for those aches and pains of just everyday life. So what are you waiting for? Try it. Less than $20 for a 3-week quick start. You will not be disappointed. Don't live life in pain. Get yourself some Relief Factor. Go to ReliefFactor.com. ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. 800-4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
All right, drivers, we've got an injury crash right now. Old Hickory Boulevard northbound at Central Pike in Hermitage. And Gallatin Pike is still closed for line repairs there between Delmas Avenue and Lytton Avenue. We've got a school lockdown in Tennessee because of a suspicious man, and we've got a manhunt underway for a suspect who shot his wife. All that and more coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
My God, what a Friday.
It's a Friday, all right.
It is a Friday.
It must have been a full moon Friday.
And the 24 is a mess. I don't know if it is, but I'm just going with...
The odds are you're right.
The odds are, yes.
The odds are in my favor that it's going to be one of those days indeed, my friends. A lot of you guys giving us the names of the horses, manure spreader. I love that. Freaking fur bullet.
I got one.
What?
Wood chipper.
Oh. That's, want to get high? Dead last.
You want to get high?
I want him to go, and the winner is dead last. Who came in first?
And the winner is loser.
Oh, my God. Colonel Angus.
Yes.
That's good.
That's a great one.
Thank you, guys. T-Rack is the Titans mascot. T-Rack. What's up, T-Rack? How you doing,
T-Rack.
What's going on?
Who's the guy that is the mascot?
That guy.
No, that's his name?
No, I forgot his name.
Oh.
I'll be honest with you. I forget everybody's name. You guys should know that. Know that. If I meet you, probably going to forget your name. I don't know why. I don't. I'm
terrible at names,
I am.
too, man.
I am. And when we get new salespeople here, too, I'm like, don't even bother telling me. You know, in a year, if I still see you here, I'll be like, all right, cool. So, and you know who's awful at that, too? When I first came here. So we came here, I remember it was October 1st. You guys didn't even know how everything had played out. So we come here, right? So the big boss, we had all this planned. And this, in fact, we went through this when Dan was still running the station. And I remember Dan, we had gone through all this stuff. And then Dan, wasn't even Paul, big guy's running it now. And Dan calls me one day. He texts me and goes, hey, dude, whatever happened? And I go, what do you mean whatever happened? Did anyone tell you? And they didn't even told me. He goes, I go, dude, I'm down the street. I moved here. He's like, what? We got to have lunch. And so, but we go to our first Christmas party. And Belle's there. And remind you, I've only known Belle for a couple weeks because originally when I came here, they're like, but then we didn't want to tell everybody Brian was leaving just yet. So I was like, you know, and I go, Belle, who's that? He goes, I don't know. I go, Belle, who's that? He goes, I've never seen that person before. Belle, who's that person? They've been here for a while. Don't know their name.
I think I was saying things like, I've been here 10 years. I don't know that person.
I remember you were talking, one of the sports people, you had no idea who they were. And I thought to myself, how do you not know who some of these people are? Because, and Belle would say, I've never seen that person. The sports station is 6 feet from us.
And I literally had never seen the person.
Yeah. And I thought, wow, he is crazy. But that's why we love Belle.
Brother Bellel.
That's why. You know what? I'd name my horse Belle K.
Yes, sir.
Captain Waffles. Oh,
that's a good one.
That is a great name. Captain Waffles. You know what? We should buy a racehorse, and we'll have everybody name it Blazing Saddles. I'm sure there's already been a Blazing Saddles. Oh, I like this one. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha.
No weed for you.
I think we ought to name one Miss McConnell.
Devil's Lettuce.
Devil's Lettuce, yes. That's it.
Oh, that would be so good. My horse would be called Brought to You By. Here comes Brought to You By. You got to do it so it's funny when they announce it.
Yeah. Yeah, like
that guy gets so excited.
Dead last comes in first.
Yeah, see, that's the stuff I love right there. Just over when that guy gets up there and he screams and yells. It is awesome to watch because the guy, because he's got to have he's got the binoculars.
Is there any superstition about bad luck with names like that?
I don't
you know. Every sports guy had superstitions.
Oh yeah, sports guys are really. Baseball's the most superstitious. I had a little superstition.
It just makes me wonder if if they would name a horse like Dead Last and go, oh no, we can't name it that. That's just jinx.
Yeah, see, my superstition was if I was warming up and I was shooting and I put a ball in the corner, it was like the greatest shot. I'd look at, I'm never scoring today. If I hit a person at the corner flag who's paying no attention, who's there to watch us, I'm going to be like, I'm going to bag a hat trick. Nobody. And that was always, that was my superstition.
And how consistent did that work out?
All the time, man. If I was shooting great, man, if I put one out in the stand, 60 yards deep, hit a little kid, I'm like, man, I'm scoring a good one today. But if I scored one in warm-ups that was great, nope. Might as well sub me now, coach. And they would say, Chad, you're not playing. I know. But just in case I got on, you watch what happens. Coming up, speaking of sports, this guy was so upset.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
And Chris and I kind of went off on him the other day, but I finally got to see the whole thing. And, man, first of all, whether it was right or wrong anyways what he did, the reality is simply the internet's awful.
It is, man.
It is. And if you think social media is bad, Yelp is the worst place on earth. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now, about 85 miles east of Nashville, an elementary school, is on a soft lockdown. This is after the sheriff's department responded to a report of a suspicious person on campus there in Putnam County. Then 78 miles west of Nashville, Stewart County deputies conducting a manhunt for a suspect accused of shooting his wife during a domestic altercation this morning. Operation Epic Fury. Before leaving the White House for a trip to Florida, President Trump told reporters he's not satisfied with the latest peace proposal from Iran. ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge tells us.
The Iranians still control the Strait of Hormuz. They still control that vital waterway for many, many exports for around the world, and that is pushing up gas prices in the U.S. The Iranians still clearly think that they have cards to play, even though that President Trump is clearly betting that this pressure on Iran will bring them to the table and the Iranians will ultimately make concessions.
Meanwhile, today, Gas Buddy has the average price per gallon in Middle Tennessee up 1 cent from yesterday to $3.98. Also in Middle Tennessee, Channel 4 investigates claims records it obtained show that Metro Nashville Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Adrian Battle spent more than $19,000 on travel over the past 2 years, including luxury hotel stays and a dinner bill topping $700 with the district credit card. That's taxpayer money. The spending far exceeds that of other Tennessee superintendents, some of whom reported little to no travel costs in the same time period. Critics argue the expenses are difficult to justify as the district faces ongoing financial pressures. In a statement, Metro Nashville Public Schools said superintendent travel is essential to building partnerships, learning best practices, and ultimately benefiting students. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Murphy with Super Talk 99.7 WTN, and this morning we are out and about at my house, my brand new house that I've been talking about on the radio, with Nate from USS. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm excellent. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
We invited Nate out. Now, obviously, when you're a new homeowner, especially when you buy a house that's got a few years on it, you don't know what you're dealing with in terms of foundation. And I know that Nate knows a lot more about what I don't see and what I don't know about than I do. So bring the experts out and get them to check out your house. Hey guys, Matt Murphy again with Nate with USS, and Nate has just wrapped up kind of a look at the house. And Nate, what'd you find?
Well, your house is in pretty good shape for the age of it. I had to look pretty hard to find.
Okay.
Your house being on a slope like it is here, I think we could do a lot of good by trying to terminate your downspouts a little further from the house there.
Okay.
Roof water is the killer of foundations, and so if we can just get it to a positive grade to drain away from your house, I think that's real cheap insurance.
You want to kind of get it out and downhill.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
So
the idea.
make sure that it doesn't come right back down towards the foundation walls, causing issues, settlement, or leakage.
Now, if folks are watching this video and they are like, we need to get Nate out to the house to do a look. I mean, I watched you do it. It's, what, 30, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
To do a comprehensive kind of an examination around the house. They just give you a call and schedule?
Yeah, absolutely. You can call our main phone number, or you can call reach USSTN.com and schedule right through the website there. Our girls in the call center will get back to you just about immediately, as long as it's during business hours. So
this just makes a lot of sense, folks, for you guys to do an examination of your house like we've done, to check it out. I'm going to get those gutters done with Nate and his team at USS, and then we'll do a video and let you know how those look at the end of all of this. So thank you, guys.
Hey, that'd be great.
We appreciate you, brother.
Matt, we appreciate you.
Dun. Dun. We love you guys' suggestions for all of the racehorses for your Kentucky Derby entry. We've got some amazing ones.
I got another one.
What is it?
Barbecue.
No, I like that one. The Devil's Onion Ring. Good.
The Devil's Onion Ring.
Somebody said, what would Trump name his? The greatest horse ever. That's it. Seabiscuit, too.
And he would take the mane and have it do a comb over.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Oh, but okay. You guys want to laugh? This is. Some of you are going to be upset about this or watching on YouTube. Do you know what sign language is for Trump?
What?
Look at Ken.
Stop it.
I didn't think it was true. And then I went to ASL, American Sign Language, and there's two ways you can do it. But one of them is like a comb over, and the other one is just take it and you flap your hand, flap your hand over your head.
What's that mean in sign language?
Trump.
That's his hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his hair. Yeah. I was laughing so hard. I was like, they're probably going to get mad at that person, whoever that person is. Just, wah. Hey, here come Donald Trump. Make animals great again. It's going to be great. Somebody said, make America gallop again. I, by the way, am part of the MAGA. And people say, no, you're not. Not like that. I'm part of the Mexican American Golf Association, which was MAGA long before Trump was around. And I have a T-shirt, I have a hat, and I have a couple like golf things, you know, when you go to mark your ball and stuff. It's fantastic. And it says MAGA on it. They were, it's funny because apparently like Trump's people were upset about it. They're like, we've been here for like 25 years before you ever thought about this. It's just Mexican American Golf Association. Fantastic.
I didn't know that existed.
Oh, I didn't either. And then one day, this guy's I work with, he's like, his uncle is like, hey, you should come play golf with us. And I'm like, with who? And it's like the Mexican American Golf Association. I'm like, excuse me? And they gave me all this stuff. And it was spectacular. It is spectacular.
Wow, man. Spirit Airlines is expected to shut down tomorrow.
Good.
Really?
I prefer that over a bailout.
Oh, yeah.
So what if you had a flight schedule?
You're screwed.
Hey, that's why you never do business with the guy running that company again.
Yeah.
If he goes to Burger King, you don't buy Burger King anymore.
You think they're going to bail him out?
No.
That
I
would
think
not
Trump
look good
would
right
have
now.
bailed him out had he not had so many pushback from Republicans who were saying, no, you can't do this. And the other thing, it would be, again, when we had COVID, they sent everybody home. You had no choice. You were forcing people to go home. You had to bail them out. But Spirit, and if this Spirit Airline, this is their second or third time, they've already gone through bankruptcy. They have struggled. So this wasn't one of those things where you're saving an airline that had been great, and because of this situation, all of their flights are in the Middle East. We've got to do something. No, they had been run into the ground.
Had they switched CEOs anytime during the bankruptcies?
Yeah, they got a new CEO who was actually trying to lean in. He was trying to find somebody to join forces with, like even Frontier and a few other places. But there was...
It was just too wrecked by the time he got a hold of it, wasn't it?
Yeah. And you know, this was... They would probably have survived had it not been for this, but the survival was only going to last as long as they could lean and mean it and or find somebody that was going to come in and eventually merge with them or buy them out. And now you don't have to worry about that. But if you've got those, if you have those tickets, you're pretty screwed. I mean, they don't. Here's the thing. They could get you on the airplane and they could ask everybody, can we all use your credit card so we can get some fuel? Because that's what this is about. And then can you tip your waiters and waitresses, air waitresses, stewardesses, flight attendants? What do you call them? That's not offensive.
Flight attendants?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Airline sandwich makers.
What are they going to do with those big, beautiful yellow planes?
We'll have to ask the company that buys their routes.
I'd be curious to see how much fuel it took a airline of that size to run their business on a weekly basis.
Oh, I bet it's a lot. Because they have a lot of, they have some, here's the thing, they've got those interesting routes where, you know, they fly to places like Springfield, Missouri from Los Angeles, or, you know, from Long Beach, California to, you know, Austin, Texas. So they've got those kind of interesting routes. But I wonder what it probably cost them a ton. And jet fuel's through the roof, you know, because of the thing that's not happening, but is happening. Even Trump today said, I don't even think it's constitutional. Nobody can stop me. You're like, okay, well, at least you put it out there. So, okay.
3046 wants to know if anybody wants to buy his Spirit Airlines credit card.
We know you guys have choices. No, you don't. If you're on Spirit, you had no choice. Outside of driving, we know this was it for you. Frontier wanted to buy it, right? I knew Frontier and them, there was something that was going on there. But, you know, I don't know. It's crazy. It's just crazy, this situation.
Wasn't there another merger they attempted that the
was
FEC?
JetBlue going to buy him or something?
And that got shut down for some reason?
Yeah.
Merger got shut down?
So, yeah. You got to be in good with, the peoples if they're going to allow you to do this. Chad, you're pathetic. Thank you. You're always putting Trump down. Why in the world are you on a conservative radio station? Constantly talk liberal Democrat stances every single time you're on the radio. What if I said that was a lie?
People just cannot stand for things to not be a duopoly.
Yeah.
You're either liberal or you're conservative. There's no such thing as in between. Yes, there is.
Yeah. It's called life. That's what it is. Do you believe, everything is on this side of the aisle or that side of the aisle? By the way, what have I said today that has been BS or a lie? Just curious about that. I have no idea. I'd like to know.
Well, you're not just blindly supporting him.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll never do that. I'll never blindly support anybody.
Well, then you're not a real conservative.
That's okay. I don't want to be. I'm not a conservative. That's it. First of all, can I just say, tell me what a conservative is. Can anybody tell me what that is?
A guy that gets voted into Congress and does nothing?
That's also a liberal. So, and by the way, do you even know?
Well, now you're slamming liberals.
Yeah. Does anybody even know what a classic liberal is? Probably not.
I would say classic liberals are the ones fighting with the progressives and the Democrats.
Yeah, a classic liberal is a free market individual who is, and because progressives are a different story. But if you go back and look at classic liberal, back in the day, classic liberals were considered the conservatives.
Blue collar.
Yeah. Not anymore. Now what do you have? Now you just got a bunch of wackadoos out there who do nothing. Oh, Jim's like, take some phone calls and we'll tell you, idiot. Oh, is that what you're? That's it? That's the best you got? Oh, you got me. I don't know if I'll survive. This baseball guy. So if you didn't see it, home run, Cleveland Guardians. Guy hits a home run.
Daniel Schneemann, his 4th home run of the year. No, he's not going to steal that.
Yeah, that can't happen.
And then he was proud of it. Give that ball back. Come on.
I wonder if they had meatloaf tonight.
Well, when you see something wrong has occurred, it's nice to make up for it. And Ryan Bass making up for that Cleveland fan by going out and making friends, and she deserves that baseball.
Okay, so little girl, she's 11. Her name's Evelyn. And this guy, right, this poor guy named Max. Max goes to all the games. He's beloved in Cleveland. He's got a business. People love him. He wasn't even looking. And, he tried to catch it. It falls down. He picks it up, goes back. She's upset. And her little brother comes over later and asks him for the ball. And he's like, no, or whatever. So he eventually ends up giving her the ball. But by then it was too late. And she got all kinds of goodies. The sideline reporter brought her stuff. She got all kinds of stuff, which was really nice. This is him going on shows. He sounds like he's giving the statement in a trial where he's done something where he may go to jail forever.
First of all, I want to just put out an apology and just say I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the family. I'm sorry to the parents, the little girl, her brother. I'm so utterly sorry for everything that's transpired. Like you said, it was a heat of the moment thing. I made a really bad decision, a lot of bad decisions, and I'm paying for it online. And I understand the backlash. I understand everything that everyone has said to me, but there was no malintent. I didn't want to steal the ball. I didn't try to steal the ball, and I did give it back to her, but I didn't do it in a timely fashion, and that's, I feel like, why I'm getting a lot of backlash, and I understand it. I made a lot of mistakes that night. And
you didn't. You picked up a damn ball. And yes, let me tell you, probably should have given the ball up had you seen her. That's what most people do. But, and Chris and I talked about it yesterday. I don't know if he really saw her so much because he just, everybody's scrambling for it. If it's Shohei Ohtani's 500 home run, you're keeping that ball, right? Because that's worth millions. So that's not what this is. So, her family has come out and absolutely destroyed her, right, Evelyn?
Hi, Max. Thanks for giving us the ball back. We forgive you for it. We know the internet has been going wild over this. We hope they forgive you.
Yeah. Mom went on and begged several of the sports stations, hey, guys, leave him alone. You're destroying him. There's no need to. They've went and destroyed his Yelp and driven down his ratings in his business down to like a 1.
That's too far.
Yeah.
That's not called.
No. It is, and he's sitting there. He's like, they said, have you learned anything from this? He goes, yeah, don't try to catch the ball. Don't go to a baseball game. And it worked out better for her. But, like you said, man, at some point in time, isn't that too far?
I don't think you need to ruin his business over a baseball game.
No. It's not like he punched her.
Right. It's not like he pushed her out of the way and grabbed the ball.
He's like, I didn't even, it came, I tried to catch it, didn't see her, it hit my foot, it rolled over, I picked it up. That was it. I'm like, okay. Didn't, and he gave it to her later, but by then it was too late. Because as we all know in the internet, once we make that first judgment, that is the only judgment that matters.
That's it, man.
And we will destroy you otherwise. All right, coming up, got some of your text messages. And then also we're going to talk about movies. It is May 1st, and May 1st is the start of really the blockbuster season. We will discuss what blockbuster is coming out this month. Also, this movie may be the biggest of all time. Chad Bencio, Super
You know
Talk.
what the 4th is, though, right?
May the 4th.
Right.
Yeah. You know what the 5th is?
May the Fourth be with you.
Yeah.
It's for Star Wars Day.
I know what it is. Star Wars is stupid.
Oh, okay. You and I are going to fight during this break.
Let's do it.
Get the sabers out.
You know what that sound is? That's the sound of a virgin. Jet Bitches on Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital, love to talk to you about what's going on in the markets. Oil up, market's a little odd. Is it overbought? Stuff's at 50, 60 times earnings. Are you positioned in the world of, if in case something goes a little sideways, especially with AI? They'd like to show you what they're all about. Low risk, low cost, low volatility, and show you what they can do for you. It's simple and easy. It's a free Know Your Risk portfolio review. All you have to do is go to bulwarkcapitalmanagement.com. Or you can check them out at knowyourriskpodcast.com and see all the things they do every day. They do a bunch of cool things, including kind of like a 15-minute recap of what goes on in the market every day. But they're active managers, and they're amazing. So I'd like to talk to them. All you have to do is sign up for their free Know Your Risk portfolio review today. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, knowyourriskpodcast.com. Investment advisory solutions offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past forwards, not guaranteed future results. License number 2647.
A school locked down, a manhunt. President Trump responds to an offer from Iran. And the Metro Nashville school superintendent spending practices with the district's credit card, taxpayer money, coming into question. We'll tell you about it at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
NDDO. So this weekend, big movie coming out. Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this for a month.
Yes.
That's a horror movie, right?
It is. It is, if you're a man. Straight man, at least. It's a fashion movie, right? Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, right? You know, she's in Anne Hathaway. I mean, you know, I'm hearing nothing but great things about this. Really, I don't know. You know what movie I would see this weekend if I was going to go see a movie? Deep Water. What's that about, Chad? A plane crashes in the ocean and then sharks try to eat all the passengers and survive.
Gene Simmons produced it.
Did he?
Yeah.
So you know it's going to be good, right?
Maybe.
Actually, and if you're going to watch a horror movie, Hokum is supposed to be super scary.
Who's in that?
Adam Scott.
Yeah. That does look like it could be really
What's
good.
the plot?
It is about a recluse novelist, which is Adam Scott, who retreats to a remote Irish inn to scatter his parents' ashes, and then let's just say it's a little haunting from there.
Interesting.
Is it a ghost story or monsters?
It's more ghost, dark past kind of stuff. It's
I
really
like
creepy.
that.
Yeah.
Adam Scott, this would be an interesting role for him.
Mm-hmm. Animal Farm is very Orwellian, as we know. That has Seth Rogen voicing Glenn Close, Woody Harrelson. So Revolutionary Power, that could be interesting. I think that's on Hulu. Is that on, or is it in theaters? I'm not quite sure. But then you've got the big, I mean, this, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out this month because it's kind of when summer begins, right? Blockbusters, Mortal Kombat 2. You know what looks interesting? Sheep Detectives.
Sheep Detective?
That's with Hugh Jackman, where he's like, he gets killed and then the sheep have to try, they try to, I guess, uncover who killed him.
Oh, I thought that was a Pet Detective spinoff.
So, yeah. So what happens is George, played by Hugh Jackman, is a shepherd who reads detective novels to his beloved sheep every night, assuming they can't possibly understand. A mysterious incident disrupts the life on the farm, and the sheep realize they must solve the problem.
Okay.
So it's supposed to, it's supposed to be pretty good from what everybody's saying.
Sounds like the author was smoking Merida Hoochie.
Maybe they were. The Punisher, One Last Kill.
I'm definitely going to watch that. I freaking love The Punisher.
Now, if you're going to see one horror movie, 20 of my friends have seen this movie. The movie's called Obsession.
Okay.
It comes out this month, and it is supposed to be terrifying. And it's about a kid who's in love with this girl, and they're in high school, and he gets a candy bar called One Wish Willow.
Oh.
He makes a wish that she loves him like nobody in the world has ever loved somebody kind of thing. And let's just say she's insane.
Careful what you wish for.
That is it.
The sandwiches aren't worth it.
No. Even hot has a level that is just too hot for everybody. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Right now in Tennessee, about 80 miles west of Nashville, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office says Cane Creek Elementary is on a soft lockdown after a report of a suspicious male on property. Then 78 miles west of Nashville, big law enforcement search underway in Stewart County after a woman was shot by her husband. Operation Epic Fury. Here's what President Trump says today about the latest offer of peace from Iran.
So they want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it, so we'll see what happens. Iran wants to make a deal because they have no military left, essentially, and They want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it.
So the 60-day deadline under the 1973 War Powers Resolution is passed, and despite the bipartisan concerns of lawmakers, President Trump told reporters today he will not be seeking congressional authorization for the Iran war.
The law calls on the president to end his use of the military if Congress doesn't authorize force within 60 days. President Trump says he won't be seeking approval.
We're always in touch with Congress, but nobody's ever sought it before. Nobody's ever asked for it before.
Congress was asked to authorize force after 9/11 and before the Iraq War. Maine Republican Senator Susan Collins says the law's 60-day deadline's not a suggestion, it's a requirement. It's a concern the president shrugs off.
I don't think that it's constitutional what they're asking for.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Back here in Middle Tennessee, Channel 4 Investigates says records show Nashville School Superintendent Dr. Adrian Battle charged nearly $20,000 in travel expenses, including upscale hotels and high-end meals, to her district credit card, taxpayer money. Her travel spending significantly outpacing neighboring districts, drawing criticism from parents and education experts. Here's Channel 4's Jeremy Finley.
Those receipts show she often didn't travel alone, bringing staff, spending more than $4,600 on dinners. And some of those dinners got pricey. For example, at Ocean Prime in Washington, D.C., ordering sea bass entrees and a New York strip. The bill ended up at $711.24 for Battle and staff.
Channel 4 says its examination of Battle's spending follows a $6.5 million lawsuit settlement and a $165,000 office suite remodel. The district responds that the travel supports leadership development, strategic relationships, and brings value back to metro schools. Got a product recall to tell you about. Thermos recalling more than 8 million food jars and bottles after reports of serious injuries. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says stoppers on some models can forcefully eject due to pressure buildup. 27 injuries have been reported, including 3 cases of permanent vision loss. Consumers urged to stop using the affected containers immediately and check model numbers. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy Friday. What's up, party people in the house? I'm watching soccer right now. The Premier League's on, but they're on NBC, USA, Peacock. They're all they're doing their studio hits from the Kentucky Derby. So they're all dressed up in their big hats and stuff because they've got a lot of races today. So, because the Kentucky Derby's tomorrow. I don't know if you guys know that.
Oh, they're doing some day drinking.
Oh, God, you get what are they?
Mint juleps.
Is it mint juleps? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Is it just the Kentucky Derby tomorrow, or do they have other races?
They have other races, but I mean that's the big one.
Okay.
It's like you're going to a fight, right? And there's
you have undercards.
You have undercards. So it'd be fun. They should have fun undercards like turtle races, pig races,
weenie dog races.
Oh, weenie dog race! Did you see that thing I sent you last night?
Yes.
Where this person bought a golden retriever. And it looks cute as a puppy, and then it shows it like 2 years later, and it's a wiener dog retriever. By the way, I sent Ken something today. I said, Ken, this is why we make fun of people.
Yes.
Old lady's talking to her. You sit down, Mr. Bear.
I'm telling you, man, she is going to get Timothy Treadwelled because she's doing exactly what he did.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, Mr. Bear.
You sit down. Although I will say her stern tone did get him to sit down.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe I should sit down. But eventually what happens is you run out of stuff that he wants.
All he wants to do is eat.
Yeah. And next thing you know.
He's not falling in love with you.
Yeah. Or it's, as we'd say in England, he's a bit randy. It's that time of year. And he didn't know how to help himself, right? And next thing you know, Yogi kills you. And I can't feel sorry for you. I just, how do you feel sorry for somebody like that?
I can't believe she's leaving her door open.
Yes. That's the thing that's amazing. She leaves it open and talks to him. I'd send it to you, Belle, but it's on the TikTok, and you don't do TikTok because China's spying on you in every way, shape, or form, but that's where you draw the line.
I just want to know if anybody else thinks that Boo Boo is probably gay.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Boo Boo.
Hey.
What are you doing with that picnic basket?
If you watch that bear, you can see it in his eyes. He is just waiting for something to happen.
Yes. He's waiting for her to feed him. And at some point in time, he is going to come in the house and rummage through her. She's going to go to the Elks Club. I don't know what she's going to come back, and he's going to be in the kitchen. And she's going to startle him and think that she can talk him down. You better get out of here. And he's going to rip her head off. And then you know what? We're going to make fun of it because you shouldn't be feeding a bear. You shouldn't.
And people are telling her that in the comments.
Well, I was really good friends with her until she caught me eating, and she tried to get me to stop, so I had to kill her.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, look, you guys know me. I love my critters. Right? I talk about it all the time. And, we're getting ready to move. And one of the big things is we're going to, I made a deal that I can get a couple capybaras. And, my wife's like, 1. I said, 2? Because she doesn't understand. I said, they're better together, right? Like they work better together. But I would never have a bear. Like I've had dangerous animals like you guys could not even, but bear.
But you're not going to own a Komodo dragon and then try to cuddle it.
I would.
You would?
Absolutely. I don't know Komodo in a heartbeat.
I'm talking about letting it cuddle with you. Yeah. You're going to let that mouth get that close to you?
I would have zero problems with it getting that close to me. No problems with that. No problems with that. No way. And the reason is because if you raise them, I have friends at work at zoos all over, and I will and I've shown you guys my lizards. And they have worked with Komodos. They're not, you don't want to get bit by one, but you don't want to get bit by a lot of the stuff that we've had. But I will tell you this, the people, like there are just some things I draw the line, and like a bear would be, there's no way I would want a bear. A big cat, no, I would take a medium cat. Like I would do
bobcat.
No, I think I would do an ocelot because they're very close to being. You can domesticate them rather easily. I've got a friend who's got a caracal. Have you ever seen those? Oh, God. They just
hiss at everything.
They do. But by the way, I mean, that is, I wouldn't do that. I won't do a monkey. Right? No, never do anything that I got to put a diaper on.
Yeah, monkeys throw things.
Yes,
monkeys rip your face off.
Those are baboons and chimps.
I know.
I'm talking about like a marmoset. No, I wouldn't do anything like that. But I've got big tortoises out in Arizona.
You gonna bring them here?
Yeah.
Well, no, they like Arizona.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? I'm thinking about getting an Aldabra, a couple of them, which are small. They live for like 140 years because I want my kids to be annoyed with me when I'm gone.
Damn Dad for leaving this with
Dad
us.
Leave you. He left me those damn things.
It's in the will.
Yeah.
Take care of my turtles.
Yeah. So, by the way, if you'd like to buy it out, just to give you guys a sense of how expensive some of these, it's weird because some animals are so cheap. I could get you guys pretty much anything you wanted, and I will tell you now, it isn't expensive. It's expensive to keep, but there are some things that aren't really expensive to keep, but boy, are they expensive to buy. And the Aldabras, which are tortoises, because they're the second biggest, just behind the Galapagos. And if you want one of those, I will tell you now. Let me see. There's a breeding pair I know that a buddy of mine has, and we know you shoot turtles. But these are tortoises. Would you shoot a tortoise?
That's how cruel Ken is.
I would not shoot a tortoise.
So why are you
because they're
shooting
not
the turtles?
Because they're eating my fish.
Yeah, you don't want to eat Ken's fish.
They're overrunning the pond.
That's not cool, dude.
Like, there's no way I would shoot a.
Did you have to shoot any turtles out there
Nope.
at?
Nope.
No,
didn't see.
He didn't
any
have
turtles.
to, but he did it just for fun.
Okay, yeah. I know. Normally, Ken just goes right to the pet store and do it. But I thought that's kind of a jerk move. But
I follow this. I don't know who it is, but it's either TikTok or Instagram. Chad, I think I've sent it to you before. But there is a pig and one of those tortoises that you're talking about. They are best friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
It cracks me up. The pig scratches his back on the turtle's shell.
Yeah.
I saw a video, and I don't know what kind of turtles they were, but they were relatively good size. I'd say, maybe foot and a half across, something like that. And one of them got tripped up and rolled over on his back. And the other one goes up to him and starts pushing him over back onto his feet.
When he's not making fun of him. It's like, I'm going to do it this time, but next time you're screwed,
You're on your
bro.
own next time, dude.
You are screwed. So Aldabras, they've got a breeding pair here. It's going to cost you $350,000.
That's an expensive turtle.
Yeah,
For the pair?
Those are tortoises. Here's a male.
Is it for the pair, though?
Yeah, it's a pair. This male is going to cost you $25,000. He's only 30 inches. Yeah, and they're expensive. But first of all, they're going to live forever, and secondly, if you're getting a breeding pair, they're going to produce hundreds of $3,500 tortoises for you.
Dude, in New Mexico, our next door neighbor was a veterinarian.
Yeah.
And when they would go on vacation, she would have me feed her turtles. Her yard was full of these little box turtles.
Oh.
And I mean, whenever I came through the gate, all of you, just slowly, you just start seeing things creeping toward you.
Then he pulls out his 44 and just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. They knew it was lunchtime, man. And, I mean, it was funny. They were like dogs.
Yeah, they are. We have one called Merle. So like Merle Haggard.
That's a good name.
And he is a sulcata. So he's what they call a spur thigh or an African turtle. And he's the third biggest. He's huge. He's hilarious. And when I was in Arizona, I played pickleball. He would go over to my pickleball machine and he'd try to fight it every day. Then he would stand in the middle of the pickleball court. And he only do it when I get out there. And I would hit the ball off his shell and he would just sit there and kind of move around. It was hilarious. But yeah, every day, because my wife, she took my pickleball machine and she put like googly eyes on him. So like it looked like Sigmund the Sea Monster. So he would go over and fight it all the time. Start bumping it. Like, well, you want to fight me? You want some of this?
It's in my territory, mister.
That's right. You better watch out, fool. That's it.
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. The lady that's spending the money for schools.
Yeah.
We're the the report that came out the other day, we spend less than every state, and you're going out spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, you have to travel around. You have to do some of these things. That is understandable. But there comes a point where you're like, okay, now you're just playing with us.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No.
Especially after the district already they had to settle a $6.5 million lawsuit. I can't remember exactly what that was over. And then she kind of got in trouble for a $165,000 remodel of her office.
Think about this. Okay, we spend
she's not doing anything illegal.
No, and that's the problem. You're doing what we call you're grifting, and you're doing it legally. You're grazing on all of the taxpayers. If at a time when we're dead last in the U.S. in spending, dead last in spending. How? And you're going out doing $700 meals. You booked yourself at the Ritz, but don't worry, or wherever she booked herself. Oh, we found somewhere cheaper. But then you still had to pay. You bought the other room, and you still had to pay the other one because of the time of the year it was. So you had 2 hotels. And if you're going, okay, so you go to a big conference and you want to take people out who are sharing ideas with you about, look, this is what we're doing that's working in our state, and this is what's working in this district. You do that. That happens.
Sure.
It doesn't sound like that's what's going on. Right? It sounds like there's a little bit more to that. And it sounds like there's a lot of that going on. And they have to justify, yeah. Like you said, lawsuits are being settled. We're spending tons of money on the vouchers. We're spending no money on the schools themselves. And you look around here and you're thinking, you look up and you go, okay, we settled lawsuits. And how much money are you spending on your $100 and some thousand on a remodel of your office? How about?
It's just not a good look.
No,
man.
It's a horrible look. We're dead last in spending. Dead last. That is not a good look at all. And by the way, we spend way too much in this country and get way too little for it. I don't blame the teachers. I blame the horrible, antiquated system that we have that pushes kids to try to pass tests rather than educate them. And we teach the past and not the future.
Well, then, you take into account, too, this huge property tax increase that Davidson County just went through.
Oh, some people are so pissed. They've been hitting me up going, so my property tax went up 55% so you could go out to have a nice dinner. Yes. Private. Oh, she got a private bathroom.
Yes, that was part of her remodel.
Let me tell you, people who work in a position like that, or even anywhere, even at CEOs, having a private bathroom, that's when you've made it. That's when you've made it. If you got the corner office, great. But if you have the corner office with a private bathroom, you're living the dream. You are living the dream right there. But yeah, that's not a good. The thing is, even if everyone, and again, has she broken any laws? No. Will she be punished for it? Hell no, because we don't do that in this country when it comes to grifting. But that being said, somebody, you know why she does what she does? Because she knows nothing's going to happen to her and she's going to get away with it. And so even if it's just because you can't doesn't mean you should. And like you said, dude, it's not a good look.
Yeah, Channel 4 says that the lawsuit and then the office remodel kind of prompted them to start doing a little digging. So, they requested, the financial records and, they compared it to like Memphis where there was no spending apparently on the district credit card. And then surrounding districts here in Middle Tennessee, even though they're not as large as Davidson County, but still very, very little spending on the part of superintendents.
Okay, so here's I just got this about the lawsuit. I'm going to go through this. We come back. It's rather interesting on what took place in the lawsuits. I'm going to read through it because, man, $6 million. Whoo! Yeah. 5 plaintiffs, $6 million. You know what that means? $5 million went to lawyers, and everybody else got to. No, that's not true. But, man, $6 million for retaliation. We'll talk about that when we come back. Well, we've also got, before we even do that, we got our little Finally Friday sounds as well. So be ready for that because you guys can get up and start dancing like Belle does. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Relief factor the relief. You want to feel better, right? Sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, especially if you're sore, right? Your back hurts. And I'm not talking about like stuff where you've got, serious issues where you're going to have surgery or something like that. No, I'm talking about aches and pains every day, right? Especially because what ends up happening in our world is we get a little bit older, inflammation kicks in. We don't always eat great. Next thing you know, we exert ourselves a little bit too much and we're sore. Well, this is going to help you with that. Naturally formulated, non-addictive, and amazing. A way to try it right now. It's $19.95. $19.95, 3-week quick start. You're going to get yourself out of feeling like yuck and feeling like $1 million. I love Relief Factor. Take it every single day. And yes, I'm going to take it because I got golf and stuff tomorrow. So this is going to help you with that. So what I want you to do, go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800, the number 4-RELIEF, 800-4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
All right, drivers, we got a crash in Woodbine. It's 24 eastbound right before 440. We've got a school lockdown in Tennessee. We've got a manhunt underway in Tennessee. And you got to hear what President Trump told reporters about the latest offer from Iran coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
He said, we're not going to do it. Not. The war is over. We've won. Everything's done except for the fighting. It's not constitutional. We win. Congratulations to us. I want to know what they've already said we're not giving up any of our nuclear stuff. We're not doing any of that stuff. They're going to hold out for as long as they can because they recognize it's, it's probably hold out and maybe you win or give up and you probably die. So unless you cut a deal that you get to stay in some sort of power, but, if he doesn't trust you now, what's going to make you think he's going to trust you next week? All right, guys, each and every single week, we do something amazing. We dance. And what did you say? This little day drinking here, Bell? A little day drinking song for everybody?
Yeah, it's a little song to encourage, having a cocktail or two before you get to lunch.
That's right. So, little day drinking going on here as we listen to the sounds of the chaos that was just 1 week in America. Finally, it's Friday.
Yes, indeed. That's Prince Charles right there. Who's now the King Charles the 58th or whatever it is. Fantastic stuff.
That was a week, man. Every week we say the same thing. Every week we say the same thing. By the way, Ken, I'm looking at, so the settlement for $6 million.
Yeah.
5 plaintiffs. She apparently went after all of them, retaliation.
Yeah.
Pushing them out of district jobs, making sure they couldn't, go any further. And normally it's capped at $300,000, but they got her or them for the $300,000, but also wages lost in the future. And I mean, she went hard at anybody who criticized, did anything she didn't like, or like her brother got into a fight with a parent. I guess they suggested he should be sued or fired. And next thing you know, boom. Lawsuit, coming because why? Because I fired you. How dare you suggest that? How dare you suggest that any of my people and friends that I got jobs for who you don't like should be fired? And as well as the Black History Month lesson that one teacher complained about that became national news. And once she said, hey, I don't know if we should do this to our elementary school kids, next thing you know, boom, retaliation. Don't do it. Don't do it. But the good news is Miss Battle's spending money. She got a bathroom now.
She's got a bathroom and spending $700 on dinners.
Yeah, that'd be a nice dinner.
Woo! Wait. I mean, it's not illegal, but man, Channel 4 started doing some digging, and it's just not, not a good look.
No, it's not a good look. It's not a good look when you think about the fact that this comes out that we're spending less on education than any other state. We're, the kids are getting vouchers. That sounds great, except a vast majority of those kids are already in private school, upper middle class, and now you're seeing somebody who's zipping around. Like you said, you've got Memphis. That person, they don't even have a debit card, right? They don't even have any of that. It's like, you guys better bring a sleeping bag if you're going somewhere. And she's having $700 dinners and staying at the Ritz. It's a good living if you can get it. All right. And she's got a private bathroom. Coming up, our good friend Vera Smith's going to join. There's golf tomorrow. And you still have a chance. You can come golf with me and watch me maybe hit the ball okay. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. But it'll be fun. It's for good cause. We might even bring Bell out there because there's Bloody Marys. And
you know how Bell likes celery.
So he loves celery and he loves day drinking. That's the name of his band, Day Drinking with Bell. We'll talk about that straight ahead. Jeff Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Right now, about 78 miles west of Nashville, law enforcement officials warning the public as a manhunt is underway there in Stewart County. Craig Berry is wanted after allegedly shooting his wife and then running off into the woods near Old Paris Highway. Then 80 miles east of Nashville, the Putnam County Sheriff's Office says that Cane Creek Elementary was put on soft lockdown after a report of a suspicious man on campus. Operation Epic Fury. Before leaving the White House for a trip to Florida, President Trump told reporters he is not satisfied with the latest peace proposal from Iran.
So they want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it, so we'll see what happens. Iran wants to make a deal because they have no military left, essentially, and they want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it.
One reporter pressing the president on his strike plan and if Iran should expect another attack. He retorted, "Why would I tell you that?" Minutes later, he told another reporter he was hesitant to take that kind of action right now.
On a human basis, I prefer not, but that's the option. Do we want to go in there heavy and just blast them away, or do we want to do something?
President Trump described the current leadership in Iran as disjointed and added it makes negotiating difficult. Back here in Middle Tennessee, Channel 4 Investigate says it obtained records that show Metro School Superintendent Dr. Adrian Battle spent nearly $20,000 on travel, hotels, and meals over the past 2 years. That was on the taxpayer dime. That total includes stays at luxury hotels and expensive group dinners, raising concerns among parents and taxpayer watchdogs. MNPS says the travel helps the superintendent represent the district nationally and bring back strategies that benefit students and staff. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
When your home needs comfort, you can count on who? The pros. Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Right now, take advantage of this special financing on the new HVAC system. How cool is that? Are you ready for this? Up to 12 months, no payments, no interest, no prepayment penalty, and are you ready for this? Approval varies by credit. But check this out. The deal gets even sweeter. Get a free Yeti Tundra 45 cooler when you install a 17-SEER or higher efficiency HVAC unit. Boom. That is awesome. And if you want healthier air, well, they got that too. The Healthy Hive Exclusive gives you an electronic air cleaner and a whole home UV system, regularly $27.99, now $22.99 installed. Plus, Busy Bee handles TVA rebates for you, which is awesome. Get $800 back on mini split system, $500 to $800 on heat pump systems, and even a $50 rebate on AC tune-ups. Need plumbing help? They've got you covered. $300 on whole home drain repipes and $500 off water distribution repipes. Call Busy Bee today, 615-775-7833, or online at busybeehvac.com. Omaha Steaks. Burger perfection going on right now at omahasteaks.com. So you go to omahasteaks.com and you say to yourself, okay, Chad, tell me about this amazing burger perfection you have for me. Oh, I'm going to. Are you ready for this? Under $100, you're going to get 28 burgers, the best around. And that junk that shrinks up and that when you try to flip it on the grill, they fall apart. No, we're talking about pure ground filet mignon, New York strip, ribeye, brisket, sirloin. Right now, for each of those. But there's more. Oh, tell me. Yes. Wagyu. Oh, 8 Wagyu burgers. Incredible, to say the least. 100% unconditional money-back guarantee. And my yummy in the tummy guarantee as well. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, well, that's an amazing deal. It gets better. Save an extra $35 off when you use my code Benson at checkout. If you want the best round when it comes to burgers, especially this time of year, it's time to get your grill on and get 8 free Wagyu smash burgers for just $99.99. Go to omahasteaks.com, omahasteaks.com. Use my code Benson, save $35 at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. All right, you guys know I'm very sporty. So Matt bailed on me. We were going to have this big competition, golf. Last year I golfed in this tournament. It was the 11th annual. This year it's the 12th annual Cure for our friends. Our good friend Vera Smith joins the program. All right, Vera, tell everybody why they need to come out and golf, first of all, with me. But secondly, what the cause is for.
The cause is our cystic fibrosis families in Middle Tennessee need all of the financial help we can raise to give them throughout the year. This is our biggest event, so I need everybody to come out and golf with us. Come check out our silent auction. We have transformed the banquet room here at Country Hills Golf Course into purple already, so we are ready.
The silent auction, that's cool. So what's in there? Can you rig it so I win something?
I don't know about that. I think I have too many hands in the pie for that. I'm sorry, Chad. If I could, I would.
So let's talk about who's going to be there besides you and everybody else. Like because last year it was June last year, right? Where you guys had to move it.
We moved it to June last year. Yes. May is Cystic Fibrosis Month.
Yeah.
We will have some of our warriors here with us this year. Throughout the day, we have some Nashville recording artists will be out with us for lunch and PM. We have an AM round going out at 7:30. Then we have a taste of Italy being provided by a CF dad and a very dear friend of mine that are chefs. So we will have lunch for the AM crew. We will then we'll be feeding them in one door and getting the afternoon group off. And then after they're through golfing, we have another set of Nashville recording artists that will be here with us for the afternoon. And we'll feed the afternoon round at that point and have some more live entertainment.
I love that. By the way, Vera, somebody just texts in and says, I love Vera. Go, Vera, go. Go and golf,
wow,
people.
Awesome.
How about that? Yeah. So come out. And now, if people want to come out still, you can come out. You can play with me because it'd be a lot of fun. And they want to register because, you could do it. What do they need to do? How do we get people out there involved in this? Because I'm excited. You guys know I love to play sports. And it's going to be a pretty decent day tomorrow to get out there and take a swing.
It's going to be awesome. Unfortunately, we are full in the afternoon. Brad has capped me off so that I can't get anybody out because he's out of carts. I do have a foursome and a twosome left for the AM as people have changed spots for me. So whoever wants to come play with us needs to text me, call me, go on the website, and get that last foursome spot for the AM.
Absolutely. You know what I love, too, because I told Belle, you need to come with me because they have a Bloody Mary bar.
We do. Pickers Vodka will be here serving up our Bloody Marys tomorrow. Sierra, anybody that's been with us in the past knows she's the best bartender in Nashville. She'll be here assisting the Pickers people with the vodka Bloody Mary bar.
It's going to be awesome. It's for a great cause, which is, you know what? It's good to know that we can all get together and do something for a great cause. It is the 12th annual golf tournament happening tomorrow. A cure for our friends. Cystic Fibrosis Month going on right now. A chance to get out there. Tell everybody the Country Hills Golf Club starts at 7:30. What time do you suggest if people still want to get out there and get involved, what time do you think they should get there?
If they're going to golf in the morning, be here about 6:45. My friend Courtney from Whataburger will be bringing breakfast out for our AM team. I almost forgot to tell you that. And then it's free range balls before, and then free range balls before the afternoon round. But even if you've missed golfing with us this year, come check us out, and we may have to expand to a second day next year. But we want everybody to come join us and support our families.
God willing, it will expand to a second day, and God willing, one day we can celebrate not having to do these kind of things because we made such giant strides.
That's exactly right.
So I appreciate you coming on, Vera. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Good, great to see you. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm going to get out there. I should probably start my stretch now because I'm probably going to need to take my.
Weather's supposed to be nice tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What's it supposed to be tomorrow?
Don't forget your sunscreen.
Yeah, I want to make sure.
Take
Tomorrow?
sunscreen.
Yes.
Gonna have some sun. Gonna be partly cloudy, high about 67.
Okay.
Then Sunday, mostly sunny and 71.
Oh. So a little bit of sun. No real rain or anything?
Maybe an isolated shower tomorrow, but that's about it.
Yeah, anytime there's only a thunder and lightning storm, that's only when I'm on, I have electricity around me and they put me outside.
Yeah, doesn't look like we have a chance for any of that again until Tuesday.
Yeah, that's normally when they go, hey, Chad, you should go outside, get on the roof. That would be fun. The roof.
With a 5-iron and hold it up.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness me. It is. It's a good cause. My friends, one of my good friends, her son has cystic fibrosis, and it is for a great cause to come on out there, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I should have asked her if I could bring my guitar because I don't have one, but Dr. Mitchell gave me a ukulele, which or a little small guitar. Who signed that one? Who signed?
It was who was the country star that advertises with him? Colin
Ray.
Colin Ray and Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister.
Yeah. Who signed yours?
Same.
Okay, yeah. I like Colin Ray. Maybe I should come out there. just start rocking it because, I can just get down with the groove.
Maybe you can get in his foursome.
I don't know. I wonder who they're going to stick me with. Doesn't matter. It's a good time. It's so much fun when you go out.
It really doesn't matter because you're just going to be immediate best friends with them anyway, like
Yeah.
Charlie meeting somebody new.
It's like, that's what it's like. Do you know where they're at today? They're at there's a big thing going on by the airport. It's a big beauty thing where everything's like $5, like all the beauty supplies you can handle. So they're very excited about that. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go home, have a little barbecue chips, and watch some soccer and pretend I'm going to go do something else and then take a nap because that's what I deserve.
You know what I'm going to do?
Day
I'm going to
drink?
take a nap. I'm going to get up. I'm going to have something to drink. And then I'm going to take another nap. And then I'm going to get up again and have some more to drink. And then I'm going to take another nap.
That is, what are you going to, now, the Goomies, no Goomies this weekend, right? Are you going to go back to what did you take last week? You drank NyQuil, Dayquil?
Z-Quil. Put you to sleep.
That is, it put him out too.
Stick with the Goomies, dude.
And plus, I have really weird dreams on it too, so it's great. I wake up discovering that I was supposed to get a job at another radio station, and a guy that I've never met in my life told them not to hire me in the middle of the interview.
In the middle of the interview. In the middle of the interview, they fired you. That sucks, man. That's
Well,
sad.
it was only a dream, so.
Hey, when we were talking about the money being spent on the dinners, and you had a story about that, was payola still like vibrant in your day?
Yeah.
Did you have jocks who were like, hey, we'll take care of your car payment?
I actually, one time, I was working for a startup label, and my boss was coming into town and told me he was going to be meeting with some people and said, I don't want you there. I'm like, why not? It's my territory. I'm responsible for getting airplay here. He goes, because I'm going to be doing something illegal and I don't want you associated with it.
Oh.
And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, giving them American Express gift checks.
Oh. Yeah, they weren't allowed to. I mean,
the funny thing was, he had a reputation for finding some, shall I say, party favors, and doing so much of them that he doesn't show up to his meetings, and he did that night.
The interesting thing about like back in the day with payola and plugola is it's still legal. You just have to tell everybody.
Yeah, if
it's
you
legal.
say we are doing this in lieu of $5,000 payment from the label, and then you play the record, that's 100% legal. Yeah. It's not divulging it. That's the illegal part.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? And nobody cares. I mean, nobody's putting on the worst band in history.
I've had stations that would do, they would sell overnight airplay.
Yeah.
And they would put the song on a cart preceded by a statement saying, this song is being played due to a promotional payment by record label X. And then the song would play. And that was 100% illegal. I mean, 100% legal. Because they were divulging that they were doing it for remuneration.
Man, those are the good old days, though. I was at the tail end of those good old days. Like when I was, first got into it, I was still hanging out with all these old jocks who were, stars back in the day, and they would tell stories about, not to say, they say, oh yeah, we get records, and then there'd be $100 bills taped to it and cocaine.
Cocaine.
Oh yeah, they found out what your vice was. They did. They found out what your vice was really fast. I mean, they wanted to take care of you. They would, this guy's going to pay your house payment. This guy's going to pay your, that was the way it went back in the day. And now it's just you have to tell them. But now it doesn't. It goes to the station in like silly, like, hey, we're going to send people to Hawaii and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't go to the jocks.
It's, it's still prevalent, but because it's become so much more corporate, a lot of it gets run through corporate so they can filter it in a legal way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See the way they do that? See the corporate baloney they do there, guys? Do you see that? All right. So Matt is not here today. Hence the reason why I'm golfing by myself tomorrow with 3 other people. That it should be fun. Matt not being here, though, means Chris is, because we had a wacky day. We had Brian in the morning with Mason. We had Joan with RJ and a little bit of Mason and a little bit of Ken. We had the regular show here. Then we've got Chris Hand in for Matt. And there is a nincompoop, right? Am I correct, Ken? There's a nincompoop, I think.
You walked away, but
of course it is.
I'm pretty sure there is.
So there's a nincompoop, from what I understand. Ken's goal today, guys, you got to make sure he wins. You got to make sure he beats Jackson. So he can have the belt and the trophy at the same time. It's got to happen. Must happen. And it's a one-off, and Matt is allowing them to do that. We will wrap up the show straight ahead. Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.7. Wrapping it up on this beautiful Friday. Chris Hand in for the one and only Matt Murphy, who is loafing, I think is what they call it. It's what the kids call it.
I thought it's golfing.
No, loafing. I'm golfing. He's loafing.
He's loafing?
Yeah, because we were supposed to golf in this tournament, and instead it's just me again. Dude, baseball. Remember the baseball guy?
Yeah.
First
he should be banned from Major League stadiums forever.
They've tried to destroy his business already.
Good.
The families come out and said, "Do not." He gave us the baseball, and it still didn't matter. They've had to come out and say, "Do not."
But no, because the announcers,
he didn't even
the
look at her.
announcers on the game said that during the commercial break, because they were watching it, the little brother had gone up to him and tried to get the ball back, and he told the little brother no.
So they said they went over and talked and asked if he could see it, not give it to him. He went and gave them the ball later on, and they got more balls, and they feel bad for the guy because they're destroying him.
I don't feel bad.
I do.
I think they should have his picture up in every stadium across the country.
No, and he's beloved in Cleveland. It's a bunch of people outside of Cleveland who are destroying his life. What's up, man? Does it feel weird to be in here?
It does. Is that a badge of honor to say you're beloved in Cleveland?
No.
I don't really.
At least we're not Detroit.
At least that's basically it. At least we're not Detroit.
No, it's weird. Joan Jones did an incredible job today.
She did.
And that's not good.
It's okay. Well, now you got Matt's job.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, but...
You should have taken your bumper music, Brother Chris.
I should have.
Oh, jeez.
But, I mean, Joan comes in and does a stellar job, and now I'm nervous.
Nah, you're going to be fine. Joan's aiming for Dan's. That's what she said.
Right
She's aiming for Dan's gig.
Right before the show, the boss is like, "Did you hear Joan?" I'm like, "Yeah." Very disappointed.
She told me she wants Dan's job.
I think she's coming for all of us.
No, she said Dan's. She wants the mornings, because if it's any other time, she said she'd like doing this, but... It's mornings or nothing. And I said, you know what? You can have Dan's job. We're fine with that.
It scares me.
We're fine
I
with
feel
that.
like she's gunning for me.
What are you going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're gonna bring up the president's comments on Iran earlier today. We'll talk about May Day. If you need a massive advertisement for homeschooling, it's the May Day protests. In Chicago is literally busing kids to these protests, skipping school for the day, while they currently have a 40% proficiency rate for 11th grade English and a 26% proficiency rate for math.
Well, I will tell you this right now. If I was in school, I too would have taken the day off to celebrate May Day. By that, I mean stayed at home or did something else that I want to do.
This is why you need adults. Because, yes, every kid wants to get a day off of school, but the teachers are encouraging it and driving them there.
Well, yeah, because it is the way that they run. Those people understand the power of the teachers' unions in New York, Chicago, L.A. are second to none. They are mobsters.
Randy Weingart.
Yeah, they're mobsters.
She's a terrible person.
They will slay you when it comes to your political side if you're not on it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
That's going to be good times, man.
So we'll talk about that. Did you see the Kamala Harris? She was giving a speech the other night. And the guy she had a band. There was a house band. And the guy playing saxophone fell asleep in the middle of her speech.
As you do.
That's brilliant.
Many such cases.
He fell asleep. He's like, oh, my God. Oh, that is that. Well, that's exactly what her presidency would have been. So,
yeah.
So there you go.
Remember, if you think it's bad now, it could have been much, much worse.
What does that say about us, people? Chris Hand for president. Who's up for that?
Everybody but Chris Hand.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that job. That sounds fun, but we're lying. We don't want that gig.
Trump, they said, are you going to start wearing a bulletproof vest? He said, I can't handle looking 20 pounds heavier.
He's already 148 pounds. All right, Chris Hand, straight ahead. In for Matt. You guys have a good one.